not cross that fence! Stay on this fence! Stay on the fence!
Jesus, we gotta move, Hello and welcome to the 27th North Carolina. Originally formed as the North Carolina, several months after it was created it was changed to the 27th. It fought in many different battles, but with such hard fighting, by the time the war had drawn to a close, only 9 officers and 103 enlisted were present to surrender at Appomattox. In the first part of this video, I will be playing as the flag bearer. It is my job to stand behind the infantry and encourage morale and reinforcements should and when they need it. I will be unarmed at all times and I must stay in formation with the rest of my squad. As we move proudly through the field with the Confederate flag held high, we are clearly outnumbered. As we push along the left-hand flank, the US forces pin us down near the fence line. We hold this position with the enemy actually routing at one point expecting reinforcements. And as we get further into this battle, I will explain what, why and when is happening on the battlefield. Our initial plan was to move the Confederate forces to the southeast through the cornfield, push up along the hedge line and engage the enemy at the far side. Unfortunately, once we hit the cornfield, people got lost. There was a lack of communication, so we decided to regroup, and from there we would push over to the west.
Alright, we're going to be doing some volleys once we move up. So yeah, everyone right face. Turn to your right.
And we got some reloads.
Everyone double quick. Let's move out.
Double quick, let's move.
At this stage in the battle, as we started to move out, there seemed to be some confusion among the officers and the NCOs on what was the best tactic. The enemy, as you can see on our right, had already just put a volley this direction. And after we regrouped, it was decided by some of the NCOs that we should be moving over towards the White House, you can see over on the left, and getting behind the fence line and moving down and getting a good line of fire on the enemy US forces that were further down the field.
Can we move to the left in the fence at least?
After this fire.
As the bodies started to drop and we were ranged in, it was finally time to get over to that hedge line. It felt that we just stood out in the open for far too long. My role as the flag bearer is to make each man proud to fight and die for the flag. I also have to be very close in order to reinforce my troops. This also means that you stick out. Standing in the middle of the field with the flag, the enemy know your position.
I think we need to go off of that fence. That's where they're moving. We need to move to the fence.
They're
now.
relocating to the field to our left.
Move to the fence.
Everyone move to the left. To the right.
Come on guys, reload at the fence, Let's move, on me.
Move to the
Let's go.
Come on. Go. Where are they going?
Just follow the flag bearer. Just stay on me. You'll be fine, son.
Come on, boys, follow me. We're going along to the fence.
Fall in. Listen to the officer, fall in.
Oh no.
Enemy are directly at the end of this road.
Fire and ready. Jesus.
3 days later, I was patched up and sent back to the front line with another unit. The enemy had not moved in all this time at the far end of the field. It was time to finally move over and try a flanking maneuver, even if we were outnumbered and losing men left, right and centre. At this point in the battle, I was hoping that our commander and the NCOs were a little bit more experienced on the battlefield.
Alright, form up on this fence. Form up on this fence. Form up on this fence and get ready to shoot.
On the fence, boys.
Coming up over this crest of the hill. Fix the bayonets. Get ready to shoot. Alright? Get along this fence. Hold shots. Hold shots. Alright, you need to move. We need to move. Come on, follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Alright, get along this fence, boys. Along this fence, and you are allowed to fire at will.
Fire at will.
Fire at will.
A lack of stamina meant that aiming these weapons at a small pin-sized enemy on the other side of the field wasn't the easiest thing. Also meant from the gun smoke that it was very hard to distinguish whether you'd actually dropped the enemy.
Right, fire at will, I'm down. Fire at will.
I think you got his flag.
I dropped him, did I? That's all I can see through the gun smoke. I could only just see the flag, and they've actually put a round through the fence in front of me. They've got us dialed in here. We're in a bad position.
Alright.
We're in a bad
Keep
position
up the
here.
fires. Alright, hold fire. We're gonna volley him. Hold fire. Crouch when you're loaded and ready to shoot.
We only have 4 guys, and the officer just died. I think just independent fire.
Ready? Hang on. We're still loading. Crouch when you're ready. Crouch when you're ready.
Being down to 4 men and losing an officer is not the best position to be on the field when the
Alright.
enemy are going to be advancing.
Stand up. Take aim. Fire.
Fire!
I know we are, but we're gonna turn this thing around. Ready? Take aim.
I can't reload. Why?
Fire.
Fire!
I can't reload for some reason.
Just shoot it and then reload it. You'll pop the cap.
Yeah,
And
it's
this
not
what's
working.
happening again?
They are moving right, so they might flank in the cornfields.
Why would
Okay.
they?
Take shots at the individual. Take shots at the skirmishers. Fire at will.
At this stage, I was more worried about the artillery coming in than I was about single gunfire. They seem to have got us dialed in perfectly from the far side of the field.
Oh. I don't think
I ran
there's an ammo count in this game, or I haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, eventually.
I don't know, some crazy motherfucker.
Should
We
I
need
get
to
bayonet,
move. We need to
hold
move.
fire.
That artillery's getting in closer.
Fix the bayonet just in case. But we're gonna move.
literally all I can do?
All they did was fall back to the point because we had a random.
Alright,
capture
follow me.
point. I say we take their old position at the rock.
Yeah. Do not cross that fence! Stay on this fence! Stay on the fence!
You can see their flags.
I know.
Do what? Well, I was already over the fence by the time he said do not hop the fence. Can I bayonet
Coming,
charge?
they're coming back.
No, no, no. Alright, hop this fence. Hop this fence.
They're retaking the rocks now.
I know. Come on this fence back here, guys. This provides better cover. And
Stay firmly.
fire at will. They're directly to our south keep. Unfix bayonets if you feel.
At this point, we were heavily outnumbered. We figured there was probably between 10 to 12 infantry on the far side of the cornfield, and you can just see the top of the flag there with the gunfire. Not the best position to be in with our flag bearer not having the opportunity to bring in more infantry. Jesus, we gotta move.
Stay in cover, boys. Stay in cover.
The flag is down.
Someone pick up that flag.
With our flag bearer being down, one of the NCOs offered, but it wasn't long before he took a round to the top lip.
Make ready. Aim.
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 Thank you, sir.
I heeded the call to arms, and I would take
Alright.
the role and responsibility of being the flag bearer.
F. Alright, sweet.
Listen in, men. The
Alright.
flag
Take
has
aim.
risen. Remember why you fight. Remember why you are fighting. I am with you.
Fire.
Fight for honor. Fight for your country. And fight
Did we
for the
drop one of their
rules
flags?
and the law of this land
So I saw it
that
go
we
down.
aspire to.
Oh,
Look
nice.
at the flag and let it fill
Oh.
your hearts.
Someone's going rogue, left.
Alright, hold fire. Looks like they're Get reloads in, get reloads in.
Up.
Fire at will.
Take the volley, and I think on the next volley that they do, we should move it up and take the caissons up there.
War of Rights is a title that's been on my horizon for quite a long time, having seen the amazing graphics and just the audio and everything else, but I never really thought I would invest in it because it was just too early access. While this game is not officially out of testing, it's very hard to describe the immersion in this game and the fact that it forces the team play. Yes, there are other games out there such as Squad that encourage team play, but you're not really penalised for being a lone wolf. In this game, every single player who is not with their unit is a detriment to the whole team. And what I like about it so far is that it brings a real maturity to this game that you don't find in a lot of other titles. And every member that I've spoke to so far in my 2 to 3 games here in this title, every single person has been able to take me to the one side and explain things to me that I wasn't sure about, or things that I didn't understand. So far, the community has been fantastic. I have been told there are quite a few racist asshats and idiots that play, but generally, when it comes to organised matches, such as clan matches, apparently, there is nothing, literally nothing, no other title out there that can touch this for the authenticity and the fact that tactics are really important due to having single fire, and units really do matter. So far, I can highly recommend this if you're interested in this title. It is available on Steam for £11, and for that you can't really go wrong. There are 30-odd maps, lots of weapons, and artilleries, cannons, and horseback, and some more weapons are coming in the future. So the developers are striving for that authenticity, and this game just oozes it. Thanks for watching if you've made it this far. I'll probably do some more videos, some more cinematic videos, even if I'm not actually playing. So if that's of interest to you, please do let me know in the comments box below. Like the thumbs, subscribe and share. And maybe just maybe, we'll get our Confederate boots on the ground again real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.